standard daily retainer. That's right, sir. It is quite expensive. No, I won't say anything to the missus. She's a real looker, if you don't mind my... All right, don't worry. I never let personal feelings interfere. I'm a businessman. As long as we understand each other. No, check is fine. In the mail? Good. I'll be in touch. Simple enough case, a classic real estate scam with plenty of dirt. It was my client that had me thinking twice. Or was it his wife? Yeah. You meet some interesting people in my line of work. My line is private snooping. Jake Elkins, confidential investigator. That's what it says on my card. People want to find something or somebody, I'm the guy they look up in the yellow pages. The villains, well, mostly they have simple down-to-earth motives like greed and lust. This time around, it was the good guy I couldn't figure. He paid me plenty. No complaints in that department. I deserve every penny. I work hard in my job. Sometimes my job works hard on me.
Next time, stick to divorce cases, pal.
Sure, next time. Only this time I'd taken a case for a guy who made a few socks in the jaw. Seemed like an amusing way to spend the evening. Not that Mr. Elliott didn't have his finer points. It was just that he fancied himself as an author. He wanted to write those morose, tough guy detective yarns. Personally, I could never stand the stuff.
Yeah, it sounded just like you. Lovely lady deserves special attention.
Oh, boy. Secret admirer.
What's so funny? Maybe you have a little competition.
Writers and detectives are kind of like brothers, though. People pay us both for delivering the truth with a capital T. Occasionally, we do manage to track down that 14-carat stuff. Only then, when we do find it, most people throw it back in our faces, either misunderstanding or understanding all too well. The truth is more than a commodity. You can't return it if you don't like the goods. That's why if you gave me a choice between truth and a lady, I'd stake my money on the skirt every time. 3 in the morning, truth comes on like an old whore. But a lady, on the other hand, Rita. Carmichael was a monster.
Jason,
He truly
Tom's
enjoyed
here.
feeling flesh and bone.
He's brought
merged
Mr.
beneath his
Sorensen for our meeting, remember?
Yeah, I'll be down in a few minutes.
So, have you two considered the offer I made?
Yes, we've talked about it.
Frankly, we're not interested.
You seem to have your mind made up.
Actually, no,
Actually, it is.
We have nothing further to discuss.
Give me a call if you decide to raise the stakes.
That might be an interesting idea. But I don't think I could offer much more. Of course, I'd have to talk to Kirkland, but...
Tell you, Mr. Kirkland, the scars of usage give this place character.
That sounds just like a writer talking.
Is that what you are?
Good night, Mr. Sorensen.
Mr. Sorensen, I'd like to thank you for coming over tonight.
Well, you're quite welcome, Miss Elliott. A lovely lady deserves special attention.
Did it ever occur to you that you're just not cut out for this sort of thing?
Yeah, it occurs to me. Thank you. It also occurs to me that when I'm doing counts or something, it's a difference.
Well, I can understand that. But it's not a crime to realize that you missed out on your dream. And damn it, you can't keep all of us waiting around here while you chase your
I'm
dream.
not asking anyone to wait.
Well, you've been on it a long time.
Yeah, over a year, Tom.
And how long since you quit your job?
379 days.
And how long since Rita took over for both of you?
514 pages.
Is that how you measure Rita? How many pages her salary can buy you?
I'm close, Tom. I am really close.
Well, then, what is the holdup?
Words. The end. Just need some more time.
Does she understand that?
We tried to sell this house down there tonight.
But she didn't, and she could have. It's her house, you know, not yours. And don't you forget that.
Well, I ain't leaving this room. I can't. I won't. Not in the middle of this book.
It's never any good having a personal stake in these things. I was tired and thought about going home and making love to a tall whiskey. Instead, I poured more coffee and dialed more numbers. After ringing up everybody, it still added up to a big fat 0. But sometimes a big 0 can spell big trouble. I had it up to here with Brother Elliot and his whole show. How he had Rita, but she wasn't enough for him anymore. Men always have a way of looking past their own backyards or happiness. Maybe Jason Elliott wanted fame. And what about Mr. Sorensen? Maybe he wanted the whole backyard and more. Well, he'd get more, all right. I owed him, and I always liked to settle my debts. In fact, I wanted to... Oh, Christ, what did I want? And in the middle stood Rita with her own desires. We were all suspects with no crime.
Jason? Jason, I have to go to work now.
What time is it?
It's about 7:30. I have to get my car inspected today. Could you come pick me up at 5?
Okay.
If it's nice, I'm going to wait for you outside.
Okay, see you later. Coming.
Mr. Elliott? I'm Barbara Kirkland. Al Sorensen says you're a tough customer.
So you work for Sorensen, huh?
Al Sorensen works for me. He says you're not willing to sell your house.
He says correctly.
Thought maybe you and I could strike a deal.
Sorry, I'm just not interested.
Call me. In case you change your mind.
On your FM dial, KREM remembers. And here's a memory maker.
there's a hitch. Right smack dab in the middle of this gold mine, there's a house that can't be bought. So you fix it so the owners don't want to live there anymore.
You can't prove anything.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't care about that. You creeps have cost me the best dame a guy could have.
It's nice to hear you say it for once.
Rita.
I was hoping that you wouldn't start without me. I've been doing a little reading down at the county courthouse. Isn't it interesting that Barbara Kirkland is listed as the new owner of 9 houses on our street? It's a matter of public record.
And we've done nothing illegal.
Tom, the State Bar might be interested to know your peculiar brand of ethics.
You still have to sign.
Why? We're going to be living there for a very long time. I thought the rest of the community might like to know about Miss Kirkland's development. Okay, boys.
Mr. Van Sorensen, is it true you're buying that property on the east side?
I understand that you have a relationship with it.
What can you tell us about your son?
What do you say you and I go get reacquainted?
Your place or mine?
It's one and the same.
They tell me home is where the heart is. Well, Rita was right there next to me, and I was getting misty. I've always been a sucker for a happy ending.
Hello. Is he in? I need to speak to him, please.
No, I'm sorry he's not in.
Well, when do you expect him?
Oh, he won't be in for the rest of the day.
What about tomorrow?
Sir, I really don't know when...
What do you mean you don't know?
Mr. Elkins is out of town.
Out of town? Hey, that can't be. I just spoke to him yesterday. He's expecting my call.
I'm only telling you what I know, sir.
Yeah, yes, of course. Did he go alone?
Sir?
I mean, was someone with him when he left?
I'm sorry, I can't divulge that.
Yeah, I understand, miss. Do you think he'll be calling in for his messages?
I really just don't know that. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not your fault. Been more than helpful.
If he calls, I'll pass on your message.
Thank you.
I really don't know.
Yeah, all right.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.